I could talk about boundaries forever. And this is probably one of the reasons why people think I'm intimidating, like, because I'm Little Miss Boundaries, right? I'm like very particular about my boundaries. And that came from a long time of not having boundaries and being shattered because of that. And a lot of us, we're never taught to have healthy boundaries. And most people, when they try and put up a boundary, they put up a barrier. And it's like they think I'm either not talking to this person, or there's just a whole wall between us, or I'm all in, you get full access to me. And there's like a healthy space in between there, right? Where it's like, what am I allowing in my energy field? And what am I saying I'm not available for? And that is energetically, psychically, but that's just like in your life, and it's super important that we're clear with ourselves on like, what am I available for? Right? There are certain, like, sometimes people talk to me in a certain way, and in my head, I'm like, yeah, I'm not available for this. This is a no. So we're either going to have to shift the style of communication, right? Or we're not going to have this conversation. That's about me. That's my boundary, right? I have a boundary. I will not have a conversation with somebody who is committed to misunderstanding me. If you've already decided you don't want to hear me out, I don't need you to have my opinion, then there's no point in me wasting my energy. And that for me is about me protecting my own energy in terms of like valuing it. And when I don't have those boundaries, I become exhausted. I become tired. I become cranky. I'm holding on to everybody else's bullshit. I'm holding on to their projections. It's not my responsibility to manage other people's emotions or to process them, right? It's my responsibility to manage my own and move through my own feelings, and also for me to show up for the people that I want to show up for me to show up for my clients and my friends and my family, my relationships. And for me to do that, I need to be responsible with my energy field. And a lot of the anxiety and depression and confusion people feel is because they don't have energetic boundaries up and everybody's tugging on them. It's like a leaky field. So it's like the aura has like holes in it, basically, is what it looks like. And everybody else's stuff is just filled up. It's like, it'll look like a fishbowl, and it's just gross water in there. It's everybody else's crap that you're taking on and you're dealing with as if it's your own. And it makes you feel like you have got 1,000,000 pounds around you and you're carrying it all, and it's not your stuff, right? So I'm really specific about what am I allowing and what am I not. And when my friend is sitting there venting to me, I can relate to that differently, right? So when I already have an energetic boundary of I'm not taking on anybody else's energy, I can sit there and hold space and not take on that energy as my own, right? Because that's what most people do, because they're not aware. And so they'll be talking to somebody and they're just letting that person energy vomit on them, right?
And absorbing it, so, not just the vomit
and they're absorbing
it.
right? Yeah. And they're carrying that with them, and then they're unsure why they feel sad or they feel anxious or they feel heavy, they're not sleeping well, why they're carrying extra weight, why they're having health issues. That's everybody else's stuff. So
is that merely just me being like, because, well, there's a whole line of question, but do I just basically say I'm no longer going to accept lower vibrational energy onto me? Is that kind of
there are a few things here, right? So I'll say like energetically, which I think is the easiest for people. Like I always have, you can use different visuals. I'm a very visual person. So you can use different visuals because it's all about intention. So whatever suits you. So basically I usually at the beginning of every day will tell people, put yourself in an energy bubble, like a bright blue energy bubble of protection, and just set the intention that only energies of the highest love can enter, and anything else will just be deflected off or dissolved. And just throw something at it and just watch it deflect off, just so you know, yeah, we're good, we're chilling, right? If I'm in communication with somebody and I just need a little something extra, I will like visualize an energy shield going up between us. So like you could vomit your energy this direction, it's just going to get dissolved by that shield. It's like that clear mirror, like that clear window between us. If I was talking to somebody in jail, it's like that. It's like, yeah, I can't get through, but I can still talk to you because that's just me. Like I don't need to take it on.
Right.
And so I like to use the bubble. I like to use the shield, like visuals like that. I like to, a lot of my clients really like the fishbowl analogy. So I'll have them at the end of the day, just unplug the bottom of the fishbowl and let it all drain out. Everybody else's stuff, just let it drain out.
Love that.
The shower is a great place to do like cleansing. And so just while you're in the shower, asking the water to clear off anybody else's energy that's not yours, right? So just really simple things like that honestly make the world of a difference. Like people overlook this kind of stuff, but I can't tell you how many clients I've had who have such bad anxiety and they just implement those things and they're like, I am sleeping so well and I'm not anxious anymore. I'm like, yeah, because it's just intention, but what follows that That's not going to be helpful if you're continuing to allow energy vampires in your life. If you're continuing to
Love that
make
word.
yourself responsible for everybody else's feelings and their actions, right? And so thinking about what are the relationships like in my life and where am I feeling those tugs? Where do I still have all of these energetic attachments and cords? And so I can throw up a bubble, but if I'm letting other people like take energy from me, or if I'm like taking on everybody else's problems and trying to people please, it's like things like that. I mean, that's bullshit then, right? Because that is me basically giving permission. Hey, there's no field here, right? You can come in and access all of me. And so for me, just being really clear, like in my life from a very tangible perspective, what am I available for and what am I not?